be my mentor this season because I'm a huge fan, honestly. I think I was hoping she was a cool person, which it worked out, she is. But I really, like to work with people that I admire. And I think when you get my age, you only want to work with people you admire. And also I thought she would be really helpful for a lot of the artists on the show. Because you're badass. Because she's top of the charts. That's why.
When I got asked to be a mentor, I jumped at the opportunity immediately because I wanted to do something that I hadn't done before. I definitely wanted to work with Kelly as well, and to get to see what really kind of goes on behind the scenes and how we can kind of help and nurture these artists into being able to see them reach their full potential. Although I'm playing such a small part, for me it's really exciting, but it's also it's fun to kind of see these young artists really living their dreams. They're here because for one reason only, and because they have such a burning passion for what they love and to sing and to perform, and to get to be here and to be a part of it. I know what it's like to be a new artist and to start up, and to be able to give any advice at all and help in whatever way I can is really why I'm here.
After the blinds, we only see them because literally we're turned around. So unless we're turned around the whole time, we only see them for seconds, 30, 45 seconds. And then you don't see them again until the battles. So I'm kind of in the same boat with Dua. People don't realize the mentors are really in the same boat as the coaches, because we haven't been able to invest in a relationship yet. We don't know them yet. Yeah. So she's gotten to see the videos of the blinds, and that's about as much as I know. So we're both kind of going into this, kind of hope the songs work,
and learning together and seeing how the voices merge and how we can help them kind of get the best out of the songs that they have been given, and to be able to give their best performance in order to stay in the game. And that's the thing, that's the difference, is reminding people that a competition setting is different from making a record, so it's kind of figuring that out with them too. But I think there's so much talent. Obviously I haven't seen the blind auditions for the other teams, so obviously I'm quite biased, but I think there's just so much talent in all the people that you've chosen, and I think they're so incredible and they're so confident. They just need a little bit of nurturing and guidance in the right direction, and I feel like they really are brilliant performers, so it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because I was telling Dua, even from the blinds to the battles, you have this idea or conception of what this person is like, and then you are thrown. It'll be completely different when you're in, and sometimes that's a great thing, and sometimes you're oh, I thought that would be easy, so it's just a lot of it's more about relationships, creating those relationships with the artist and finding out who they are. And I mean, even Bryn Cartelli, the first person I won with, the first season I did, I'm still getting to know Bryn. She still comes to my house and she's writing and making her record and doing stuff, and we're still getting to know each other. So it's for me personally, because I'm from a show like this, it's more about establishing connections and relationships with the ones that you really connect with, and establishing that for after the show too.
I feel like something that goes across the board for all the artists is, they need to believe in themselves, and they need to believe in their art, and whatever they do, they should do it with conviction and with confidence, and they should, really believe the stories that they're telling the people.
My advice, just after doing, and I usually have a lot of young artists on my team, is to stay offline. It really starts to affect a lot of them, because people can't, if you're capable of seeing comments and laughing it off, or seeing through it and seeing who the person probably is on the other side, and saying that's not, like you said earlier, a reflection of me, it's a reflection of them. If you can do that, then cool. But if you can't, you need to stay offline, because it's going to ruin you. Anything like this, coming from, a show like this 17 years ago, I think the reason why it's so successful, this kind of formula is so successful, because people like to be able to feel like their dreams are still attainable. You know what I'm saying? And I think
I completely agree. It's the same. It's when you're young and you look up to certain artists, they allow you to dream this big. When you're young and you're watching these shows, and you also have the dream to be able to one day even pluck up the courage to perform in front of your family members or your friends in school or whatever that may be. This is almost like a way to show you that you can too, because like we said earlier, getting up and performing in front of people isn't...
It's brave.
It's a brave thing to do.
Where is the buzz?
Where is the buzz? You said was mine.